What's up, everybody? I'm Simon Sabro, and today I got for y'all another manga haul, man. So I'm really excited about this one. We got a little bit of stuff from Right Stuff Anime, little Barnes& Noble, little Books A Million. So let's just jump right into it. And we're gonna start off with the Right Stuff order. We got a nice little box here, but honestly, as usual, I don't remember what I got because I had ordered this a good while ago, and it's not that it took long to get here, but I was busy the past couple of weeks, so that's why I haven't been able to upload as of recently. But I'm excited to be back uploading and whatnot, so expect some videos from me. But all right, as always with the Right Stuff, the packaging in here, let me just show y'all. But the packaging is great, of course. If you've ever bought from Right Stuff, then you would know. But first we got, volume 8 of Happiness by Shuzo Oshimi, which if you've been keeping up with me, this is actually the last volume that I needed. So now I have all of Happiness completed, but let's keep on going here. We have volume 6 of Blood on the Tracks, also by Shuzo Oshimi. Once again, I'm starting to remember. We also got volume 2 of Blood on the Tracks, volume 3, volume 4, and volume 5, all from Blood on the Tracks by Shuzo Oshimi. And now I want to say I'm missing volume 7, which just came out not too long ago. So that's just about up to date. We also got volumes. I got it. We got volumes 1, 2, and 3 of For the Kid I Saw in My Dreams, which is a manga by the same person who made Erased. Yeah, the same person that made Erased made this manga, and honestly that's all I really know about it. But I do like the title. Like I said, I really don't know anything about it, but I did enjoy Erased. I watched the anime for it, and all these have a slip cover, so let's take that off. But I did enjoy the anime for Erased, and it's just a black book. I'll assume the rest of them are also just a black book, but yeah, I did enjoy Erased a lot. And if you're newer to anime, or if you haven't watched it yet, I would definitely recommend watching Erased. It's 12 or 13 episodes, I think. It's on Netflix. I'm sure everyone here got Netflix probably, but yeah, that's all we got from Right Stuff. You know, nothing too crazy, but we'll get into Barnes & Noble stuff here. We got decent bit. So first manga is Boy Meets Maria by Pale, and Boy Meets Maria is Pale is the same person who made the Smurfs. I don't know anything more than that about the author, but I believe it is the person that made the Smurfs. But Boy Meets Maria is a BL manga, really. I don't normally read BL manga. This is actually like my the only one I've read. I've already read it though. And it's actually really good. Even if like you're put off by BL, it's not over the edge like probably some of the other stuff. But the story for it is really good, and like I said, even if you're not really into it, like I said, I'm not really into it, but the story really it hit different. But it's about a boy, I forgot all of their names, I'll be honest, but it's about a guy who wants to be a hero, I think, something like that, or whatever, something like that. But he also wants to be an actor. That's like the main point of it. And he meets this other character. So this is the main character here, and he meets this character whose name, he dresses like a girl when he's on stage due to childhood traumas and whatnot. But this character on stage goes by the name Maria, and he meets him as Maria, but his real name is Arima, and then finds out that he's a guy, but still loves him and whatnot. But you get to see the characters, like I said, as the story just progresses and you see the characters' backstories and all of that stuff. The manga really starts to get good. It has a couple of jokes here and there. The art is very simple, but it works with the story. The characters, there's only really two characters which really matter, which are the two on the cover that I showed, but I'd say it's still pretty good, and I would definitely recommend checking it out. It might put you off at some points, I could understand that, but if you really just want a good story and don't care about all the other stuff, I'd recommend Boy Meets Maria. But after that, we have, okay, there's some heat right here. Volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Ajin, Demi-Human. And Ajin, boy, it's some pressure. I've only read volume 1 so far, but Ajin, it's some pressure. So it's been a while since I've read it, but to my memory, the main character, backtrack, sorry. The world is set where there's like regular humans and demi-humans, and demi-humans are like basically immortal, but the only way you would know if you're a demi-human is if a time comes where you would die. So the main character, let me show the art, because the art in here is heat. But the main character, which is this guy here, gets hit by a car and finds out that he's a demi-human. So now he's on the run, because if you are a demi-human, the government's gonna like look for you to run science experiments on you and whatnot. But he runs away, like I said, and his friend, the other guy, hopefully I can find a page. Yes, the page right here. This guy right here saves him really and helps him run away, and they both try to run away together and whatnot. But I don't really know too much about the story, but the art and the character designs are great, and I've heard a lot of great things about this series. But I'd just open the first volume. I mean, I'd recommend it. It's a nice supernatural battle manga. Looks like it's gonna have a lot of mind games and stuff in it as well. Like I said, man, the art in here is great. I know I keep saying it, but the art in here is something else. But yeah, so volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Ajin Demi-Human. Definitely would recommend it. What else we got? Now we have, this is actually a recommendation from a friend. I don't know anything about it, but it's called Pleasure and Corruption. I'm not sure how much of the contents in here I'm actually allowed to show. Let's see if we can find a page. Okay, yeah, this is fine. But I haven't read it yet. I don't know anything about it. It seems kind of, I don't know if it's intended to be humorous or serious or not, but it seems like if you've read Raw Hero or Prison School, which are both by the same person, it seems like it would kind of take that kind of route as far as humor goes. But like I said, I'm not sure if the manga is actually meant to be humorous or not. This is just purely assumption. Like I said, I don't really know anything about it. It was kind of a blind recommendation, but yeah, let's not dwell on this one too long. But then we have the final volume, which is volume 4 for A School Frozen in Time. And I've read the first 2 volumes for it, and then I found out it was only 4 volumes long, so I stopped reading it, and I was like, all right, I'll just wait for it to finish. But this is a manga by the same duo that made Your Lie in April. And Your Lie in April, it's also on Netflix. 22 episodes, I want to say. I'm actually not even sure if the manga for Your Lie in April is in English, I'll be honest with you. But this was actually their work before Your Lie in April, I think. But it's about a bunch of students that get stuck in a school, and one of the students that they are stuck with committed suicide, and they basically have to find out who the ghost is, and if they don't, then they all die. That's kind of the main theme of the story. It's a pretty thick volume, so I assume they I don't know, I feel like just off of the first 2 volumes, I feel like it was rushed so far for it to be ending at 4 volumes, but I haven't read volume 3, so I wouldn't know. But let's jump into the Books A Million stuff right here. And first we have, alright, now this is real pressure. We got Kaiju No. 8, which just recently came out, and this manga is special. Like, for a Shonen Jump title, this manga is very unique. It's about kind of similar to like your Attack on Titan, not really, but it's set in a world where there's kaijus, of course, and they wreak havoc on humans and, you know, the regular stuff like that. And our main character here, Kafka, is a old person. For a shonen manga, he's a very old protagonist. I think he's like late 20s, early 30s or something like that. But he, like most shonen protagonists, don't have anything really going on for him. But it kind of it feels a little different because he's in his 30s. As with other characters, okay, yeah, he is 32. But you know, most other shonen protagonists, like let's take Asta for example from Black Clover, he's very young, so it's like even though he doesn't have magic, it's like, you know, he's still got a lot going for him or whatever. But Kafka, he's 32, and you know, at that stage in his life, he's like no longer a dreamer really. He's just take it as it is. So he ends up on the cleanup crew for cleaning up kaijus after the, you know, attack team or whatever defeats them and whatnot. But when he was a kid, he promised another character that they would both end up, you know, like at the top of the teams or whatever, you know. But because he just didn't have an affinity for it, he just wasn't able to do it. But man, Kaiju No. 8 art is good, of course. But back to the story. So one day he gets, I guess like fuses with a kaiju. As you can see here, he fuses with another kaiju, and he becomes a kaiju. And this, I forgot his name, but he's the only person that knows that Kafka, the main character here, has become a kaiju. And basically he just becomes like a vigilante kind of thing, where he just runs around fighting other kaijus, saving people and stuff. But he can't let other people know that he is a kaiju because that would be bad, of course. But that's the main story really. The art in here is great and really good. The story is very unique, like I said, especially just having an older protagonist in a shonen manga. That alone makes this very unique in its own right. But I definitely recommend Kaiju No. 8. I'm not sure if it has the same problem with like how Chainsaw Man and JJK did, where it's out of stock right now. I'm not sure if it's having that problem, but if you're able to get your hands on this manga, please buy it. It is special. You will love it, trust me. But after that, we have volume 4 for Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead. And Zom 100 is, I haven't read volume 3 yet. No, I have. But Zom 100 is a manga that I greatly love, and I'm not really too much a fan of zombie manga. Funny I say that, as I have 2 of them on my shelf, being Zom 100 and I Am a Hero. But yeah, I was never really a fan of horror manga, but this one is just really unique. So whereas instead of Of course, there's a zombie breakout, whatever, cool. But instead of the main character being like, okay, these are things I'm gonna do to survive, he's gonna he makes a bucket list of things that he wants to do before he becomes a zombie. And it's a really unique take on a zombie apocalypse, because while the main character is just really silly, and the rest of the characters are also really silly, but this character here would be your typical zombie apocalypse protagonist, where she's trying to optimize everything in order to survive and keep herself alive for as long as possible. But the main character and his best friend, this guy right here, are just the funniest characters, because they have not a care in the world about what's going on. They just want to have fun. That's it. Just do everything they couldn't do. But the most unique thing, like I said, of course, the main character, but you would find this out in volume 1, but the main character works for a bad company, basically, where it's like slave labor, but he feels like a zombie going to work every day. So when the zombie apocalypse breaks out, he no longer has to work and he feels alive again. So that plays the biggest part into his character. But Zom 100, another manga I would definitely recommend. But moving on, we have volumes 1 and 2 of Boys Run the Riot. I don't know anything about this manga, but it looks really cool from just reading the back of the book, honestly. It's about a character who is a female but believes they are a male. I want to say something like that. I apologize if I got it wrong. But the main character just loves fashion, and they're trying to start their own brand. That's kind of, from what I can gather, that's kind of the main premise. The story seems like it would be really cool. I'm also myself pretty into fashion to an extent. But the art seems really good, sorry. And the story, like I said, seems really interesting, and just overall really unique, because it's not really a lot of manga out there that's about fashion, and I think this one would be really cool. Like I said, I don't really know too much about it, but let's jump into the last of our manga haul, which is another Books A Million order. And okay, this one I've been really excited for, which is Can't Stop Cursing You Volume 2. And man, this volume has been getting delayed for I don't even know how long. I think it was supposed to come out in October, I think, like early October. Then it got delayed to late October. I don't even know. It just kept getting delayed. But I'm glad that it's finally here and I finally have it. And Can't Stop Cursing You, it's a series that I've recommended before, but I would definitely recommend Can't Stop Cursing You. Volume 1 is not really self-contained, but it ends a story arc in Volume 1. So you can check out Volume 1 and just get a good understanding of the series. And I love the back of this volume so much. But it's a kind of cat and mouse story. It's been a while since I've read Volume 1, and I haven't read Volume 2 yet to really talk about it. But it's about, like a cat and mouse story, similar to Death Note. If you love Death Note, you would love this. It's a detective story. It's got murder, it's got mystery, it's got the whole 9 yards in it. And the art in here, I say this a lot, but the art is great. The art is definitely great in here. And like I said, it's been a really long time, because I read Volume 1 like early this year, I think, and then Volume 2 now coming out, so it's been a while, but I would definitely recommend it. After that, we have Volume 5 for Call of the Night. And Call of the Night, funny enough, I don't really like vampire stories either, but I have two of them, which is Call It a Night and something else. I forgot what the other one. Oh, Happiness. But yeah, I have Call It a Night and Happiness, which are two vampire stories. But this one is a kind of a rom-com gag manga, but it's made by the same person who made Dagashi Kashi, if you know what that is. But the character designs and the overall aesthetic of it is just really cool. But it's about a main character who has insomnia, where meaning he can't really go to sleep. So he hangs out with this vampire at night, and he also wants to become a vampire, but the only way he can become a vampire is if he falls in love with the other vampire, the vampire lady. But he wouldn't know, like, he has to genuinely fall in love. He can't just, you know, halfway go through with it. So the manga is about him just trying to fall in love with this vampire here. And the jokes in it are very childish, to say the least. It'll be like kind of like a dark, not really a dark humor, but like a sexual kind of humor. And that's kind of the main jokes in it. It's all right. I'd recommend it. But the last manga we have here is Blood on the Tracks Volume 7 by Shuzo Oshimi, which now is up to date with everything that's out for it so far. And I haven't read Blood on the Tracks at all, but now that I have all of everything that's up to date, I will be reading it soon. And Blood on the Tracks is about a boy who has an overprotective mom. That's all I know about it, honestly. But it's by Shuzo Oshimi. I love Shuzo Oshimi. He has really fantastic artwork for the stories he tells. And if you're unfamiliar with Shuzo Oshimi, just about all of his works are very thriller, coming of age stories. A couple of his other works are Happiness, like I said, Flowers of Evil, Inside Mari, just to name a few. You've probably heard of the Flowers of Evil, but all of his stories are really just thriller and coming of age stories. The art in here is really different compared to like the Flowers of Evil's art. The art style in Flowers of Evil, oh, can't show that page either. Yeah, Flowers of Evil isn't really for everybody. But let me see if I can get like a little side by side kind of thing going on here. But the art style is different, and that's really good. It shows that he has grown as a mangaka. I'm not really going to talk too much about Flowers of Evil because that's not what this video is about. I do have a recommendation video which includes the Flowers of Evil, so go check that out if you want to hear more about Flowers of Evil. But that's all for this manga haul. So let me know down below in the comments what you've picked up lately, or anything you plan to pick up lately. But Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Once again, comment down anything that you've picked up recently or plan on picking up, and hit the subscribe to see more. Hit the bell so you never miss an upload. But this is Simon Sabro signing out. I'll catch you on the next one.